All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rechak. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Bear with me, sick as a dog. You know, one thing that I realized in the past couple of years, Satan really attacked my health. And I'm not going to say that I don't contribute to it. I got to get better, with habits, like junk food and stuff like that. So, but yeah, throat's on fire, body hurt, flu-like symptoms, it is what it is. But I wanted to make a video, a real quick one. I say I got to do something for the Lord. So I created a question to myself, and I actually do that a lot. And the question that I created to myself today concerning prophecy, what is the conclusion? Now, it's a few scriptures that goes into the conclusion, but I want to start off with this. So understanding that the kingdom of heaven, that's the conclusion. All right. The kingdom of heaven, which is our kingdom, is going to be set up on the earth, which means that the kingdom that we are in right now have to be removed. With that mindset and understanding that's why I always say you shouldn't have no ties in this world that could cause stumbling blocks. You really have to look at the world for what it is. It said, in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. Drop the mic. All right. This is one of my favorite go-tos when a Jake or a heathen would try to campaign for the heathen. We're not saying you're not going to be in the kingdom of heaven. We're just saying you're not going to have rulership with us. You're going to be subjects. And then the Lord is so merciful. He said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So it ain't like it's just going to be heathens getting their head cracked the whole time that the kingdom is set up. But in the beginning, it will be. All right. And it said, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right. So the conclusion is our kingdom is going to be set up, and this kingdom have to be removed. And also, let's get another one real quick to back it up in the New Testament, because somebody might say, oh, that's the Old Testament. It said, then cometh the end when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High. So what do it mean to deliver up the kingdom? Now, Luke 17:20 said that the kingdom is within us, right? So the Israelites come up hither, strangers of our salvation, Wisdom of Solomon 5:2, Revelation 11:12, the come up hither scripture. Also, Revelation 21:1, after we was already, in the chariot singing the song of Moses, New Jerusalem come down from heaven. All right. So even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. So until this happen, you're just going through the motions of life, the ups and downs. Now, a true prophet, which I just did a video on that, they prophesy. They tell you about things to come. Also, a very great conclusion. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That TH is a continuation. Hold on, my dad calling. Salakia, but yeah, so this devil have to go down. Remember, the earth is given to him. So when the Lord take down all these kingdoms, which shows you that there is an interconnected kingdom that's tied to Esau. See, all these nations, they depend on Esau, Edom. They all rule with Esau, Edom. That's where you get the beast. All right, in Revelation 13. All right, Revelation 17. They, rule with the whore that ride up the beast. So this got to be taken out. And the way that this place is going to be taken out is by fire. So you should always be in the mindset that I'm in this earth. I'm talking about for the believers, of course. Scoffers, believers, the Lord. If the Lord ain't supping with you, you ain't going to understand this. But I'm talking about to the believer. You should always have the mind state like, this life is temporary, man. This life is temporary. So also, in fact, I think it's Revelation 17 and 8. I want to say it. Maybe it's 7. Let me see. All right. It is 8. So another thing that you need to understand, this place that's called Babylon the Great also is called Mystery Babylon the Great. Let's go to 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of all harlots and abominations of the earth. Ain't that the truth? All right. Now, this kingdom was set up to be destroyed, to be an ensample, as the scripture says. Matter of fact, let's see if I can find that real quick. Ensample. I know it's in 2 Peter's, I think. Yep. So, just to get straight to the point, because verse 4 and 5, that's a whole, really verse 4, that's a whole nother lesson. If you don't have understanding on that, hit the comment board. So it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly. All right. But also, this to show you that this place is going to go out the same way. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished. It shall hiss at the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof. Saith Yahweh, no man shall abide there, no, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. All right. So these are what's going to happen. So America was made to be destroyed. It was made to be an example of wickedness, and it was made to be destroyed for its wickedness. The Lord is about to declare his power in all the earth. Just like this place is called spiritual Egypt in Revelation 11 and 8, the great city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. The Lord, he hardened the ancient Pharaoh, the modern day Pharaoh, he hardened his heart, that he would continue to keep fulfilling prophecy, that the Lord can come back and do what he said. Because remember, the Lord is not shortcutting any prophecy. Esau, Edom, and everybody have to fulfill their role in the Lord's movie. The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and it shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. That is Rome falling, then coming back up in the Renaissance era. And go into perdition. See, so it fell. All right. The Western Roman Empire fell. Jake took over. That's where you get the Dark Ages from. Then in the late 1300s, you really could say they really got their stronghold in the mid 1400s. But that's when they start, deceiving the nations. Iconoclasm, destruction of images, is setting up their images as they always was the people, but they come out of the damn caves. But anyways, so it said, go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. So remember, the scripture say that the elect is chosen from the foundation of the world. The 2/3 is chosen before the foundation of the world, because your name is not written in the book of life, because you shall wonder after the beast, which means that you should be amazed. You should love this place. You should walk down into Egypt and ask of the Pharaoh and not of the Lord's mouth. So it says, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. So yeah, it was made to be destroyed. So that's the conclusion. And prophecy, it gives you a whole bunch of prophecy of the series of actions that's going to lead up into that. Because remember, the missiles, America falling and all of that stuff, that's the cherry on top. But remember, you got civil war, you got the devil coming down with great wrath, and he's coming down on great wrath for everybody. Because remember, so the scripture that we love, Revelation 13-16, right? There's a process to that. A lot of people got to go before they even implement that. Maintaining humanity under 500 million, man. It's easier to chip 500 million than 7.8 billion. So a lot of people got to go. And all through the scriptures, it talks about great death. Like I always quote 2 Ezra 16. Let's get that real quick. This should show you like how serious this is. Like, this is not no game. But people going to find out the hard way. Let's get straight to the point. So that a man should desire to see another and to hear his voice. Now, when you read up in this chapter, it talks about dead bodies being on the street and no man burying you. All right. For of a city, there should be 10 left, 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and the clefts of the rock. All right. So you got people in bunkers. You have people in the woods, and you're not going to be able to escape. Amos 9, 1 through really 5, and also Revelation 6-16 and 17. So, also Psalms 149, we're going to bind their kings with fetters of iron, because you got to recognize that's where the elite is. They're going to escape, because they're the one that's causing the problems that's going to come. They're going to escape all the way to the end, for they could be binded up. All right, so the conclusion is that mass death is coming. America is going to be destroyed. What are you going to do? This devil, he literally wants to be like the Most High. So when you read Revelation 13-16, he calls of all, both small and great, free and bond, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand. Now, I just quoted it, but I'm going to get it. This is what you call a God complex. He said in his heart, I would be like the Most High, in Isaiah 14:14. And through his technology, as the scripture says in Job 14:5, he got bounds that he cannot pass. So he's going to get close to his enterprise being fulfilled, but close but no cigar. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, and receive a mark in their right hand and their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had a mark on the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Now, the mark of the beast is a physical mark, artificial intelligence, a digital implant that out of the devil's mouth, that it will be able to receive your thoughts and send thoughts. It will literally control you. And that's dealing with the Neuralink. The one in your hand is dealing with buying and selling. And if you can't buy or sell, he have total control over you. So that's why we warn our people about these things. But these are the things that's coming. So that's the conclusion concerning prophecy. It's about to get real bad out here. What are you holding on to? And I'm going to show you something, just in case somebody new watching. So it's Chi Psi Stigma. Now when you get stigma, real plain, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. Now the first one, that's what it is, a mark pricked in. All right. And it goes into showing allegiance to your master. That's why the Lord said that you're going to be destroyed if you take it. Because you're literally saying Esau is my God and forget you, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I didn't trust in you. I trust in Esau. So, like I said, it's many other scriptures, but I just wanted to try to hit a couple points. I got a headache. My head is throbbing, But the conclusion of the matter is that this place is going to be destroyed. It's going to be hell on earth. And you better seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. Because time is getting short. Also, you see what Trump is doing. He's trying to make it hard on the people for he can bring forth the MOTB. Because if prices go up that you cannot afford it, what would be an easy solution? Take this Merkel hip. Everything go back to normal. Matter of fact, better than normal. It would be cheaper. And then another thing, I'm going to end it on this. Y'all acting like this devil do not want to depop. I'll put it that way. That's what I'm going to say, depop. All right? All through the scriptures, it talks about mass death, great destruction. Devil come down with great wrath because he had but a short time. What do you think that wrath is? Esau can't fight. Okay? He's blessed with the sword. All right? He going to use it, man. That's what it's called, Jacob's trouble. So, look at the things that you cannot see. Matter of fact, let's end it on that. Because I was about to butcher the hell out of that scripture. It said, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Dang, another thought just came though. Remember the Lord said that use the world not as abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. And then that's in 1 Corinthians 7:31, which means that the way that you live life is going to change dramatically for the worse. Then you got 1 John 2:17. It said, he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So yeah, you better get your priorities straight. So there we go. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and Shalom.